So, good morning everybody. Back up in the Lake District, end of May 2022, and back in the lovely little village of Hartsop. I've been here quite a few times this year now, and today's no exception. The walk today is to Place Fell. So there's a number of ways you can get to Place Fell. You can go from Howtown, you can go from Glenridding, but I thought I quite like Hartsop, and I'm following a road that leads to a path that I came down when I did Angle Tarns a few weeks ago. So going to go back the same way really, up to Boredale Hawes. And then there's a bit of steep zigzagging up to the top of Place Fell. So it's quite a nice little start to the walk really, because you've got a couple of miles relatively flat before you start on the main path up, I think it's called Hartsop Moor, I think that's right. So nice couple of miles to warm the legs up. It's 8 o'clock Saturday morning. And when I was coming up here, I kept thinking, should I carry on and do some Northern Fells? Or should I do this, or should I do that? And I thought, no, I've come to do Place Fell. That's what I'd planned yesterday. I've checked the maps and so on. So stick with the plan to just do Place Fell today. I have watched a video by Metal Man, Alan, who says the views from Place Fell down Allswater are magnificent, so look forward to that. And it's a nice quiet day. It's not breath of wind at the moment. It's a bit of cloud up high in the sky. Shouldn't affect us, I don't think. So been going for a quarter of an hour, and best part of a mile done, but it's beautiful. Yes, I always like to get if you can get a mile in your legs before you start climbing, always feels quite good. So just follow the path. I've got some little friends in the way there, a few little bar lambs. So we're just following this path. It stays relatively flat for about another half mile, and then it starts climbing up the up Hartsop Moor. So for the moment, got quite a nice, gentle little wander. Oh, I was being eyeballed by a sheep. Won that one. But there, look, some little sheep. So yeah, nice gentle little start to the walk. So I started the walk at 8 o'clock, so plenty of time today. Not in any rush. So just enjoy this first flat bit, and then we'll start climbing in about 40 minutes or so, I would guess. Been going for 28 minutes. Just started the climb up this path. As you can see, it's an obvious path. I think this is actually Patterdale Common, I think it's called. But you can see right in the front there, that is Place Fell, that's where we're going. But as I swing the camera around, you can see just a little bit of Glenridding there, with Glenridding Dodd and Sheffield Pike. So me and Theo went up there around Christmas time a couple of years ago. It's supposed to be light winds. We got up to the top of Sheffield Pike, it was blowing an absolute gale, blew Theo over, poor fella. But yeah, so we go from there, map all the way around, see Fairfield over there, and then that's looking down towards Brothers Water. So you've got High Hartsop Dodd, Hartsop above How, across there. So it's quite a beautiful little scene this morning. There's nobody here, I've not seen anybody yet. But the valley there looks beautiful. After the rain, everything's greened up really nicely. And looking down, you can just about see the start of Ullswater down there as well, which is nice to see. So, continuing along this path for about another half mile or so, and then it turns right up, just a little bit steep, only for about 50 yards or so, to Bordale Hawes, and then you should be able to see the path directly up Place Fell. So crack on. Beautiful though. I was just thinking as I was walking up here, when I park the car, you look at High Hartsop, Howe, no sorry, Hartsop above Howe, High Hartsop Dord, Little Hart Crag, and I've been up all those already, and so I think someone said, you know, these places begin to feel like friends, which I always thought, that's a bit pretentious, isn't it? But I understand exactly what they mean, because when you come and see these things, you think, I've already been up there, I know what that mountain's called. Having come to the Lake District for 30 years, I didn't know what any of them were called, and now I can pick out some of the fells, which does make it feel quite sort of homely in a way. I think particularly when you're out here just walking on your own, they almost do feel like friends around you. So anyway, we'll continue up this path, say about another half mile, and we'll turn right up to Bordale Hawes, and then we've got a steep climb up to the top of Place Fell. So 2 miles in, 50 minutes on the clock. And you can see we've gained quite a bit of height now, just looking down there towards the road. It's the bottom of the, well, I suppose the Kirkstone Pass. You follow that road, that's where you end up. But the views are just spectacular now. Opened up so you can see Ullswater. You can see across to Catsey Cam, across to that looks like the Helvellyn Range over there, and then right round to Fairfield Horseshoe. Absolutely beautiful sort of little vista. So I've just finished I've virtually finished the path up to Bordale Hawes. I just need to head up that way now. So it's a proper path, but it's loose stone, so you have to take a bit of care on it. But we can see pretty much see the top now of Place Fell, where we're going. So we'll head up to Bordale Hawes, then take a left up. I think it's like a zigzaggy sort of path. We go past the knoll first of all, and then up to the final ascent to Place Fell. So once we get there, we should have pretty spectacular views of Ullswater, especially on a day like this, where the sun's out like it is. Place Fell itself is over there and bathed in sunshine, so hopefully it'll still be like that when I get up there very shortly. Well, probably about an hour. But a beautiful little walk so far. Into the Bordale Hawes now, and once you get there, there are around about 4,386 different paths, or so it seems, going in all directions. But looking over that way, that's towards Angletarn Pike and Angletarn. It's a beautiful place, Angletarn. But the path, oh, there it is. So I don't think you can get lost on this one. So I think what it does is zigzag a little bit there, and then just goes around the front of that little outcrop there, swings around the other side, and then it's the final climb up to the top of Place Fell. So fairly gentle for the next couple of 100 yards, and then we start a bit more climbing to get to the top. There's quite a lot of these sort of demolished. I presume there must have been sheepfolds at some point, where the shepherd would pop his sheep in, and the sheepdog would stand guard at the door. Sometimes I think they had smaller ones for where, if there was an injured sheep, you know, with fly strike or something like that, they would be able just to isolate that sheep in one of these little sheepfolds and sort them out. So, but what a glorious day! I'll just shut up for a minute, and you can hear absolutely nothing. Yep, not a sound, not a sound. And I say the views just keep rolling out to you. Absolutely beautiful, spectacular viewing. Right across to the Fairfield Horseshoe there. When I see that, and I think Theo did that when he was 7, absolutely remarkable that he was up there with me on a belting hot day. Probably about 4 years ago now. 4 years ago I think we were up there. So it's amazing to think that he's been up there at 7. And yeah, all the fells just opening up beautifully now. So I'll press on and start this climb. I'll probably update next once I'm at the top of this little bit perhaps round the corner of this little outcrop here. Been going for an hour and 40 minutes, 3 miles, give or take. I'll take my glasses off so you can see my beautiful face. Finished pretty much that path I mentioned before. And it turns from loose gravelly sort of path to stone steps, which is quite nice. And then we're coming to this little outcrop here, which we've got to get over. And that isn't the summit, sadly. But so we've got that little gully there, and then with a bit of luck we should be able to see the top from there. But the views today, that's my move ring closed, thank you Apple. The views today are just spectacular. You can see all across to those eastern fells there, round to Brothers Water, and follow it round Angleton Pikes over there. That's Rest Dodd, and the Nab where I was about a month or so ago, month 6 weeks ago. So, you know, for well, not even 2 hours worth of effort, the views are just spectacular now, absolutely spectacular. So I think there's a choice: you either go straight up this gully, or there's a path around the front bit, so you don't have to go up it. Yeah, there is a little path there. So if you don't fancy a little bit of a scramble, you can avoid it by skirting around the front, but I fancy a bit of a scramble. So I think we'll go up there. This should be fun. So up at the top of Place Fell, there's the cairn, marvellous cairn. And there is supposed to be some great views of Ullswater, so I will make my way down this rocky bit here, watching where I put my feet, and go over the top of the other little bump and see what we can see. Answer is quite a nice little view. Down to Glenridding, and then you can see Ullswater over there. Beautiful. So directly opposite there you've got Glenridding, Dodd and Sheffield Pike. Spin the camera around, you've got Catsey Cam, Hotel Velin, Birkhouse Moors, Berks, and then following it round to Brothers Water over there with all the various mountain tops, most of which I've done now over that side. You can just see Red Screes right in the centre of your picture there with, I think is it High Hartsop Dodd directly in front of it? I can't remember, or just Hartsop Dodd, I can't remember. Anyway, one of them. So there we go, 114 Wainwrights done. around 100 left, and that's taken me 1 hour 50 minutes to get to the top. It's an obvious path. It's a relatively easy walk, I suppose. It is a very warm day though, so I'm glad I brought plenty of water with me. But a nice easy walk in a lot of ways. You won't get lost on the path even in bad weather. The path is absolutely obvious all the way across. There's a little bit of a scramble that I did to gain a bit of extra height, which you could avoid. You just skirt around the edge of it. But an absolutely blinding morning. Absolutely blinding morning. It's just gone 10 o'clock. Just gone 10 o'clock. I had a couple of little stops. I'm going to have one up here, have a cup of coffee, and just soak in this view for a little while, because it is just fantastic up here, and it makes it worth all the effort. You look at your heart and it's going at 130, 140 beats per minute, and you're thinking, oh heck. But when you get up here, the reward is just spectacular. So with that, I will pack you away until the next time I'm in the lakes, and next time I will do one more mountain, and I won't have 3 figures left to do. It'll be 90 something, so I'm looking forward to that. Strange how you get these little milestones in your mind of, oh, it'd be great to get to 100 done, and oh, it'd be great to get to halfway, and then it'd be great to get to 100 left. And I've reached that this year. Started the year on 106, I think it was, 105, and I'm at 114 now, so 9 fells done this year. My target is about 35, so quarter of the way there, and we'll see which ones are next. Who knows? But another great day. So thanks for watching. If you like it, please click like at the bottom. If you don't click dislike, because it'll just upset me. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.